Hello and welcome to this Come to Jesus Daily devotional where we continue in the Gospel of Luke, exploring who Jesus is. And through this week, our week of prayer at Community Church Putney, we're using the Gospel of Luke just to help us, to inspire us during this week of prayer. And I hope you're finding these devotionals helpful. And I'm posting every day this week, Monday through Friday. And today we're talking about how fresh vision leads to prayer. A fresh vision of our own needs and a fresh vision of others' needs and a fresh vision of who God is naturally leads us to passionate, fervent, believing prayer. Let's read from Luke 18:35 to 39. As Jesus approached Jericho, a blind man was sitting by the roadside begging. When he heard the crowd going by, he asked, "What's happening?" They told him, "Jesus of Nazareth is passing by." He called out, "Jesus, Son of David, have mercy on me." Those who led the way rebuked him and told him to be quiet, but he shouted all the more, "Son of David, have mercy on me." This account of the blind man sets a powerful example of passionate, persistent prayer. He's like the persistent widow that we read in an earlier parable. He persistently presses through even though people want to shut him up. This chapter begins with the story of the persistent widow who kept coming to him with this plea. And Jesus concludes that parable with these words, "And will not God bring about justice for his chosen ones who cry out to him day and night? Will he keep putting them off?" The lesson is clear. If the widow, knowing that she was appealing to an unjust judge who didn't fear God or people, yet she persisted in her intercession, how much more should we, if we know who God is, if we know who Jesus is, if we know God as our loving Heavenly Father, if we know this, how much more will we persist in prayer who hears us? This blind man exemplifies the kind of bold, faith-filled, unwavering prayer that Jesus is calling all of us to. This man recognized his deep need for healing. He felt unworthy of Jesus' attention, yet had faith in Jesus' identity as the Messiah, as shown by his cry, "Son of David, have mercy on me." Throughout this chapter, and it's well worth revisiting, we see a consistent theme. The proud and self-righteous are rejected, while the humble and those who seek mercy are not only saved, but also demonstrate great power in prayer. From this account of Jesus' response to humble, persistent, passionate prayer, we learn that recognizing our own needs, understanding the needs of others, being convinced of Jesus' love and sufficiency will naturally lead to passionate prayer, persistent prayer. When we fail to pray, it often stems from a lack of awareness, a lack of belief. Perhaps we don't fully grasp our need of God's mercy and help, or we underestimate our own weakness. We don't appreciate our own dependence on his help. Maybe we've become self-confident. We don't need Jesus, so we don't pray. No, we do. We need him for salvation, and we need him every single day, and for everything we need him. Like this man here. Will we cry out to Jesus? He's passing by. He's here with us. Will we seek him passionately as he wants us to? Maybe we don't recognize that others who are without Christ desperately need their eyes to be healed, their eyes to be opened to God's mercy and the cross. So we're not crying out for them. Perhaps we struggle to appreciate and trust God's love and power. The truth is, those who deeply understand their own need, who understand God's love and willingness to help, who recognize the needs of others, and that only God can truly help them as they need to be helped. Such people who understand such things will pray faithfully and fervently? Let's consider a few questions as we come to an end. And you may want to just pause. If you're listening to this on audio, you may want to just pause this as we go along so you can reflect on each question. Does my manner of prayer match what I believe about Jesus' love and power to meet needs? Who needs my persistent prayers at this moment? Finally, using today's text, pray for your church to pray like the blind man in this episode. God bless you.